So we're out here another day in the hot. Got the motor broken apart and put back together. Sweet new titanium everywhere. Gonna be taking off this motor cover and replacing my Bendix. It's gone out. Also got to take off my carbs, and we're gonna put plates on this and pressure test it just to make sure we're sealed. Get it. So every time I, change something out, so since I pulled the head off and put new seals in down here, you always need to check and make sure it's holding pressure, because you could have a small hole. So what you do is you put these block off plates on, and they're special. This one's specially made for my intake. This one's specially made for a factory pipe, and they have gaskets. So what you do is seal it off, and you'll pull one of these out, and you'll put pressure. Have a special threaded, so you can put pressure, and you need to put only so many pounds, so that if you go too far, you'll blow out seals. But you put so many pounds in it, leave it, let it sit, and see if it bleeds off. If it doesn't bleed off, you're good. But if it bleeds off a little bit, there's a fine line. Like if you have an air leak, if you have an air leak here, this cylinder is going to be getting more air, so it should need to get more fuel. But since these skis, they don't have NOx sensors or O2 sensors, they don't have none of that. So there's nothing that regulates fuel, just the carbs and the adjustment. You have to do that on the fly, or not on the fly, but by hand. And looking at your wash. So if you have an air leak, this is going to run lean, and this cylinder is going to destroy itself or lose compression, and then you got to rebuild it. So this is just to make sure everything's sealed off good and it doesn't, because when you're riding it, you won't be able to tell really if it's trying to run away or it's running lean. Especially if one's running lean, the other one's running fine. It's gonna be hard to tell what's going on. But if you're on the trailer and you have an air leak, it might try to run away on the trailer. Boom. I don't know. It's usually the back plate spins.
I thought when you were hitting it was just like freewheeling, like it wasn't.
Yeah, it's just. I just know it
wasn't working.
There you go.
Oh, that's a piece of copper. Oh, back bushings broke. How'd you do that, Beau?
So much power.
Huh. That's weird. I've never seen that before.
Too much power. Well,
Always something.
jet ski problems.
Just put the 706 back in.
Get my phone out so I can show you the stuff. So Bendix was going bad. We take it apart. We find more stuff. Stuff and things. So if you can see, this little brass copper thing is broke. Where'd that piece go? Where are you at? So this little piece here used to be right there, and it is broken off and gone. So, yay. So I forgot to do something before we pressure test. So this is stainless steel, just wire. It's pretty, I don't know what you'd call it. Anyways, basically a paper clip. So you need to, if you're going to pressure test, you need to open up your reeds. Just push it through one of them to open it up. Just let it set like that. That way, whenever when the pressure's on the backside, it'll equal versus putting pressure on them and possibly break your reeds. See if you can hear the difference. This is a remanufactured Bendix. It's pretty smooth. It's oiled up real nice. This is one, I think this one's from like Australia or something. A little bit more noise, but I've had good luck with them before. This one we're going to put in it. So some of the things that can happen is this here little back hub it's got just a few tacks in there, can come loose, and this will free spin until it hooks up, and then it'll engage. Sometimes there's little, I think you can see them, there's little bitty springs in here with clutches on it that engage it and lock it. Those go out, and then sometimes you'll have this front bearing spin out. This is cheap Chinesium. If you can hear how gritty it sounds like it's got sand in it. It's just, in China, I think it's quality, but the problem is they just don't do finish work. Like there's no grease. Look, there's rust growing. This thing's brand new. It's got rust on it, but they don't put no grease on anything about this thing. They just put it together, ship it. To where these other companies, they actually take and grease them. I think if I was to like put this in a bag and grease it, it would probably get really smooth, but just because it's kind of real gritty. You got butter.
Because wouldn't that be cool? Get the blue.
It's a nice color. Look, it even like matches.
Yeah, I know. It's the same stuff, but just in blue. That came off my 98.
Did you want that one there? And you're plugging into this one?
Yeah, just shove that one down on there. Take the other one off too. I told you wrong. Yeah. But yeah, now they switched to either black or gray.
Let me get in there.
Yeah, get a hold of some of that stuff and then do the blue. How's that gonna seal? Thought you were ready for me, Beau.
Was not. Well, I'm sitting there going back and forth.
Okay. Did you get them stuck through there, I guess?
Yeah, that's all. I just gotta stick them through.
Yeah, to open and read.
Okay.
Yeah. Not moving. We're probably golden.
Okay. Just let it set. So I gotta. The reason I'm at that point is because I gotta put the carbs back on and then assemble this together. Otherwise I can't
Yeah,
get to the
I
carb.
hear you. It's 148. I would let it sit for probably 10 at least. 10, 15.
Okay.
I mean, you could start squirting the whole motor down, but I usually just let it sit. I mean, there shouldn't be any reason why this
What is
thing
it sitting at
leaks.
right now?
7. If you look at it dead on, it's 7.
7.
Yeah. Of course, if you look at an angle, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. But yeah.
Where did this go? Does that go in there?
Yeah.
All right, so I've had the pressure on it for about 10-15 minutes. You know, you should probably do it longer than that, but I'm kind of in a hurry. It's still at 7 bars, so 7 psi. About to pull this off, and we're gonna slap the carbs on it, put it all together. I got the carb sitting over here. Carbs are here. Gonna mount them, and then I got these risers that I have to mount so that I can put these stock air boxes on. because you can't run the stock 701 air box. I'm having to use old 650 boxes because they set across the motor. It's because of that super cool intake I got. It kicks it away from the motor and makes it it's not such a harsh angle. It's a straight shot into the motor now. Anyways, can't run that, so I gotta run these. Or pods, but I like these stock ones way better. Pods are just crap. Anyway, let's do it.